I love this. Give yourselves a nice hand. I love this idea. Hey, Jody gave me an idea. I'm going to improvise this. This is a true story. I actually worked at a gay club one time. He said, Goose, we don't care if you're heterosexual. Would you do some comedy at the gay club? So she said something interesting about the mic earlier. So I said, well, if you guys yell out, hey, Goose, you suck, I'll take that as a compliment. Okay. Anyway, I got a phone call today. I said, I got to go check it out before I go, because this is usually my opening joke. They said, Goose, they took the sign down. They took the sign down. Here's the story. I was at this McDonald's in Kingston Pike, and when I was driving through this McDonald's, they had a sign in the drive-thru that said, Braille menu upon request. I'm thinking, what's the odds? What's the odds of a blind guy driving through McDonald's? So I said, I know what I'm going to do. I think a double take. I said, I'm going to go around the block. I said, I know what I'm going to do. McDonald's can help you. Yes, I'll be right up to the window. I'll need a Braille menu. So now, let me tell you something. Like, I don't understand what this menu says, but I got to pretend I do. I'll take a cheeseburger, Diet Coke, turn it over a fry. Now I'm going to reach into my pocket and get some money out. Don't rip me off. But what made it funny is the 18-year-old girl had the audacity to ask me how long I've been driving blind. I said, maybe about 10 years, never had an accident. Now, this is true. This is true. This is my first movie. I said, oh, I got to pull this. Where's Letterman when I need him? This would have been a great video. They actually gave me my food on the house. I walk in there, walking me in there, I got to play it good, I don't have a cane. And then they got mad when I threw the glasses down and says, I was just faking it, man. Then they got upset about it, and the whole people, hey, that was great stuff. And they said, well, how dare you offend the blind? I said, you just said earlier, the woman said, in the history of your McDonald's, you never had a blind guy come through. I'm the first one. This is politically correctness. No shit. You know, so anyway, that brings me to think about in Maryville, they have a kiosk. You know what a kiosk is, where they sell the balls? And this guy had a sign that says, ears pierced while you wait. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do, drop off my ear and pick it up next Wednesday? Where the hell am I going? Of course I'm going to have to wait. I don't understand that. I like to do a play on words. Play on words. Now, I like to take some words that nobody's been touching. For example, you know what a schizophrenic is? A schizophrenic is a person with a split personality. So let's just suppose a schizophrenic masturbates. Do we say he's playing with himself or his better half? Okay, here's another play on words. The English language is messed up. People don't usually enunciate the correct words. Here's an example of a girl walking into University of Tennessee. She says, I need to see an upturned. Nurse says, you mean an intern? She goes, yeah, I'm here for a contamination. Nurse says, you mean an examination? She goes, yeah, can you direct me to the fraternity ward? Nurse says, you mean the maternity ward? She goes, don't they teach anything in the Tennessee public school system? She goes, I don't know about big words. All I know is I haven't demonstrated too much. I think I'm stagnant. I don't know if you guys got that or not. One last one I like to talk about is misanthrope. Anybody know what a misanthrope is? A misanthrope is a person who hates mankind. A misogynist is a man who hates all women. And a misandrist is a woman who hates all men. So I'm thinking, sir, if you love one woman, you must be married. Okay, you didn't get it. Actually, I say love hates one woman. I screwed that up. I screwed up my own joke. You hate one woman, you're married. I can't believe I didn't screw that up. It's really hate. That's how I got the laugh, because I knew I was messing this up. See, even the goose got messed up. Okay. All right, I'm segueing there because women, I love you. Most of my act's about ignorance, I hate stupidity, and I hate when men pick on women. Women, you guys are beautiful creatures. I don't care what size you are, ma'am, you're a beautiful creature. You guys got to treat that. But here's what I'm saying. Women, you got a bad problem when you put on weight. My first wife, her mistake was in Chicago. I'm Catholic, and we go to a lot of weddings. And she says, oh, Goose, can you give me $300? I need to go to Marshall Fields, and I want to buy that beautiful dress I saw. I said, fine. So she comes home with this black dress with yellow flowers. But I told her, whatever you do, don't tell that big mouth friend of yours, Melissa, weighs about 98 pounds soaking wet, because you know what's going to happen if you guys show up at the same wedding with that dress. Be like a catfight. All she had to open up her mouth. She shows up about a month later at that wedding. Next thing, she's just crying, have a conniption fit. I said, shut up. Think about it. You got more flowers on your dress than she does. I said, per square inch, you got the best She's got a bouquet, you're got a fucking garden now. Shut the fuck up. I don't understand. And everything you see on TV nowadays has side effects. Side effects on drugs, but nobody talks about this drug. It's too easy to talk about Viagra and Viagra, all these other dangerous drugs. But you remember a drug that came out in 1992, Time magazine was plugging, called Depo-Provera. Anybody remember that drug? Yeah. Depo-Provera is a birth control device that you inject in your butt at the time. Now it's in the arms to prevent you from getting pregnant. And I'm thinking, and it said they had 2 side effects only, not like these commercials with 10 or 20 side effects. 2 side effects: weight gain and irritability. And I'm thinking to myself, even if this birth control device doesn't work, who wants to fuck a fat bitch with a bad attitude? I don't understand that. One of the things I like to do is talk about music, and I'm going to explain. How many guys under, it would be about 30, anyone? Raise your hand or clap if you're under 30. Because you guys don't remember record albums. Everything was CDs and cassettes, now it's mostly CDs. And the only thing I have to ask you young generations, how the hell do you roll a joint on a cassette or a CD? When I was a kid, if we didn't have any more papers, we'd take the record album. You know, the sleeve from the Grateful Dead, and you take the sleeve, and you would go ahead and smoke that paper. That would be your paper. It's true. All the guys who are the yuppies, our generation, born after 46, would know this. And you would always know your favorite album by the brown and resin stains from that album. So my whole thing about music is, why is everything corporate sponsorship? For example, did you hear Leonard Skinner's coming for 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, something like that? And I'm thinking to myself, Leonard Skinner's a bunch of posers. They have been dead since 1979 in a plane crash, except for one founding member left. And all you're there for is 2 songs, Sweet Home Alabama and Free Bird. Well, here's your Free Bird. You don't need to be paying $40 for that. The Rolling Stones want to come back. They're in their late 60s. I'm thinking, okay, they're going to have to use, they're going to be sponsored by Viagra. They might as well call it a Social Security tour. Okay. So anyway, I thought about, what if Elvis was alive? And he had corporate sponsorship, and he would be 75 next year. This is how it would go. The 2010 tour, world tour of Elvis, sponsored by Walgreens, where the king gets his prescriptions filled. From his new CD, Cheeseburgers, Demerol, and Bacon, here's the king. Thank you, baby. Bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I feel like a junkie at 2:45. My friends say I'm drunk and stoners are lush. I'm on drugs. I'm